Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back to the library of Ruina, where today we are taking on the reverse library of Gebura, aka the Blue Mist. And who are we using to do that today? Obviously the Red Mist, but the Red Mist has always been kind of simple, it never had like a gimmicky theme, like Netzach being guns, you being magic, you being that mess, you being similar-ish, and you just being fire. You just had really, really powerful characters. So who do we have? We obviously have the Red Mist. We've got Baynard, who's ready to who's got a build all about never getting staggered because of the mythic stability from Yesha from the Gibeus mod. Ha 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 ha. And then we got and then I'm using the Blood Baron because in the end he is the Blood Baron. And then we just got two people really good at bleeding. I suspect this is going to be pretty simple. But let's give it a go none the same, considering the Blue Mist here is kind of all about, you know, survival-ish. And just being more powerful as they get lower HP. I'm sure we'll be fine. Right. Let's do this. So, you each have 1 strength and enduring. Where did that come from? Oh no, that comes from your conversion. If there is no dead ally, gain 1 strength and endurance. So we just kind of need to focus on massacring one of you. The question is simply going to be, which one? And I lean towards you just because you're Yan, and Yan gives a bunch of buffs. So let's see what everyone's doing. You automatically start with ready position and only have 1 person attacking you. You know what? That sounds perfect to me. Because you do generate 2 light, which will allow you to do the move next turn. So screw it. Okay, guys, let's see how the first round goes. Go! Shame. Excellent. Deny them their strength. I was expecting that to do a little better. That could have been worse. Nice. Well, cool. Now then, you have no stagger. Ah, but you're doing that on them. That's annoying. And I don't suppose I can use an infinite dice to counter the infinite dice, can I? No. Huh, that's concerning. But you know what? Fine by me. I'm sure it'll still be enough for them to be able to stagger you. Also, I'd like to point out, I got, what am I call it? 2 infinite dices twice in a row. What the hell? Conversion, onrush. On hit, another ally recovers HP. My onrush is just better. If this page hits an enemy, use it again on another enemy. I just realized everyone's got ridiculous protections. Also, how do you all have 2 strength and enduring? Okay, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but go. Fine. Ow. Everyone gets 2 protections again, because you being able to spam that but 2 turns in a row makes sense. Die! How the hell are you getting so much? Whatchamacallit? Well, they only have 20 strength this turn, so let's see what everyone's got. Conversion of the rule. Gain a challenge each scene. If achieve it, all allies gain 2 strength and endurance. How am I meant to know what that I'm guessing that's what the challenge is. On hit, all allies on hit recover HP equal to value of target's blood. Alright. After the librarian sustains damage greater than 40% of their maximum HP, become untargetable and clashable in the next scene. In that scene, recover 2 HP and stagger resist on a successful attack. Once per act. Interesting. Conversion, Fear of Water. On hit, inflict 1 blood at 30% chance. Blood. On hit, if target has a bleed, inflict 1 blood at 50% chance. At the start of the scene, if having 5 or more, become untargetable and target random characters, including allies. At the end of applicable scene, remove all and gain 4 paralysis next scene. Huh. Oh, and the Clause of Savagery applies to everyone on top of that. Right. Conversion Prey. When there is no target present, the first enemy the target librarian hits is marked as one. Other characters deal 20% more damage to the target stats. Yeah. So who's the target? Gebura's the target. Right. Conversion, Vengeance. At the start of the scene... Hold up. At the start of the scene, invoke repeatedly according to giving damage in previous scene. And other ally gains 1 strength 1 times per 10 damage, max 5. Right, okay. Well, that's a lot of damage on Blonder right there, so I suppose that gives me a bit of pick and choose and who I want to kill. Vertical split, really? Blonder's taking a lot of damage this scene, and there's not much I can do about it. Alright, let's just see what happens. Screw your slash, I have mine. They have just such ridiculous levels of strength and defense. It's just like, what am I actually meant to do against this? Well, I'm definitely taking vengeance, and we're giving it to the guy we know. You can't hit, that's fine. You're going to die. How did you not rank up? I think I gotta quit already and restart this, because, you know, she's dead. Let's see what else you got then, at the very least. Wine. Remove drawback of blood. At the start of scene, gain strength 1 per 2 blood. I love how they've got so much... whatchamacallit, combined effort of... They've got so much teamwork, which is technically the complete antithesis of Gebura. I've already said yes to that multiple times. How many times do you need to delete the same bloody pages? Right, she's the one with double... whatchamacallit. You don't have, like, the bonus power per... whatchamacallit, do you? No, you don't. Good. I love how crap we got on our speed today. Alright, let's give this awful turn a turn. There we go. Bonus strength for Gebura next scene. That'll be nice. I love how you're allowed to roll max on every single roll. Have I mentioned that? It's such a fair, balanced thing. Parafox has to lose every time. That, you know, I'm not allowed to win a single clash. Because you're allowed to roll the max number every single fucking time! How many max rolls was that? Clause of Savagery on the Baron. I still don't understand why they're suddenly getting 2 strength and endurance. Each scene on the second scene. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Oh, it's because of you, because you're the commander. Right, suddenly that makes sense. I remember using that trick. I decided against it this time. Don't know why I did that. Oh, I'm sorry, is Isaac on almost staggered and half HP on the first turn? No. We do legitimately need to win this by killing someone extremely, extremely quickly. And frankly, to be able to get good rolls on our fucking initiative! Better. Everyone's got at least something, at least a 5 or higher. Acceptable. Right. You have done that these two moves every single time, every single scene. Are you scripted to have to do both those moves on the very first scene? You know what? Fine. Screw this. Let's see how this particular scene goes. Shall we? Good. Good. You rolled a fucking 7 on a 8 to 15. How? The Baron is mad. Almost as mad as me. How are you doing an extra bonus stagger? You don't have that ability! You do not have the ability to do bonus stagger damage on hit. What the fuck? What's your task? Winning a clash 4 times by using defensive die in a scene. Okay. Okay, guys, let's give this a shot. Baron with 12 strength, please do your job and obliterate things. I knew you'd lose. That was mostly for self-defense. I'm impressed you succeeded with those. Yeah, I'm not surprised you died then. Okay. Might as well start the vengeance train going even further. Baron, it's time for you to become the Baron. We have 3 attacks on our staggered guy. This is fine. We can work with this. You. Do that. Next. You. Infinity die versus infinity die. Interesting choice. Alright, let's just see how this ends up going. You're not getting hit. Good. You will hopefully be doing a bunch of stupid things. That's unfortunate. That's equally unfortunate, actually. I was hoping you'd get a lot more than that. Yep, I figured you'd be staggered from that. The overcharge wins the day! I'm surprised that worked for you. Right. Vampirism. On the Blood Baron. Holy hell, my good chap. Man, this is reliving old days, isn't it? Now that the Blood Baron is online, I get the sense this is actually very possible. Alright, a lot is about to happen. Hopefully a lot of massacring and death is involved, though. Nice. We all saw that number then, right? Yeah. He is the Blood Baron for a reason. Well, at least one of them is dead now, so... don't have to worry about that. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 of them are dead. How about you get your absorption, good Baron? And then... gain 1 strength next scene. On hit, gain 1 strength next scene. You know what? Fine. Fine. And here comes the blue mist. Great horizontal split. Well, goodbye, Gebura. I gave you... no, you don't have it this turn. Dice power +3 can stack up to +5. Why is it +3 right now? Dice power +2. Whenever an ally dies, take stagger damage. If there is no ally at the end of the scene, staggered. This effect is disabled upon becoming staggered. Okay. Well, I have high doubts of us really succeeding this particular attack. Why can't you attack him? Annihilation target. Target the blue mist. Oh! Okay, so you force someone to target you and only you. Interesting. Well, it's a good thing the mist doesn't actually... oh wait, no, the mist always gets... whatchamacallit. There's literally nothing you can do, and you are more than likely staggered. Chances are Baron's going to be the only one still left standing at the end of this, I feel. Intriguing. Alright, well, go. Slice. Yep. Kind of what I expected. It's a good thing Blonder had the revive. Yes. Give me that strength, please. All of it. How much health are you on, Baron? Full health. Well, I'll give you Ruddy Dwelts ready, but... I love how you're suddenly on 100 odd HP. Combat start. Oh, I'm only allowed to attack the red mist. Does that include the mass attacks? No. No, it doesn't. Ha, 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 you're going to pecking die. So here's what's going to happen. If you attack me first, you die. If you attack me first, you get staggered. Either way, Little Ready Mist dies today. So let's go. Die. Oh, okay. You like mega numbers, do you? Well, so do I. I don't know why you aren't taking damage right now, but I'm not against it, because I just gain more and more strength. Because I just deal more and more damage to myself. Oh, well, she's dead now. You know, these abilities are called mutually assured destruction for a reason. The Blood Baron may be... whatchamacallit, but... I love how I wasn't allowed to attack you because of the goddamn pecking whatchamacallit. Well, I'll admit, this particular run did not go according to plan. But, in the end, you are a corpse, right? Die. And look, Baron didn't even get the last kill. Glorious. I both loved and hated that. Because that really got to a point of stupidly ridiculous numbers. But then again, it always turns into that. So... okay, interesting. So we get the page of Reverse Gebura, the Assistant Librarians, and the Blue Mist, along with the Blue Mist's pages. Thanks to this book. Okay, sure. I assume only you can equip the Blue Mist? Only Gebura can equip this. Yep. So what's the actual differences between these pages for us? Let's take a look at the base stats for a start. 105-57. 108-55, so it's got more health but less stagger. Same resistances and technically different speeds. 2 to 7 instead of 1 to 8, which technically means she's more likely to get the, whatchamacallit, the infinity dices, because there's less options. She also gets 2 weaker counter dices instead of 1 bigger one. And then other than that, she's got the exact same stuff. Interesting. And then we got the conversion versions of her abilities. I'm not convinced which of these are actually better. I mean, the onrush is more... whatchamacallit? Teammate friendly, but... definitely one of those things to consider. Alright, well, now you might be asking, well, Parafox, what are we doing again this time? Well, you see, just before this stream, if you're in my Discord, which if you're not, the link down below, you'll know that I sorted out the She Said floor yesterday. And you might be asking, but Parafox, they're not wearing anything. To which I respond, yes, I know! Because the Pinky updated again, removing all my mods again, removing all my pages again. Thus, I'm getting pretty bloody annoyed at them. And thus, we are going to go claim my Pinky pages for the 3rd time. Ha 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 ha! I'm going to just go through these cutscenes and make sure nothing's changed. Doesn't look like anything's changed with the first scene, at least. Alright, well... you know what? I'm pissed off at you, mod. So you get to actually invoke the Wrath of the Blood Baron. Who, admittedly, is definitely an overpowered card. Well, it's not even so much he's overpowered, so much as it is... actually, no, never mind. These cards are exclusive to him. Yeah, he's overpowered. But then again, given what he's meant to be, that makes sense. Alright, let's go. Whack, whack.
Alright, let's go. Let's make this quick, guys.
I want to get through the Pinky Teacher so that we can annihilate the Pinky Masters. Which have also had their mod re-updated to, I think, the way it used to be. Which is going to prove interesting, I feel. Alright, Baron, time to Fear of Water just to quicken this thing up. Alright, let's go. I think he will likely be dead this turn. Yeah. Thought so. The teacher ran away, huh? Yes, yeah, he did. The scene hasn't changed. The first scene is still the same. It's the second one we're interested in. We just have to go through the first one to get to the second one. Okay, guys, go. The Pinky are all about protection. Nothing about that is likely to change. We just need to ensure that we destroy them. And their so-called protection. Okay, guys, let's go. We're gonna bleed them to hell and back. That was a weird noise then. I love how we do 0 damage when they've got whatchamacallit. Alright, well, let's see if any survive after this, because we need to, like, save some of our power for the teacher. Nope, none of them do. I wondered. Alright, teacher, what do you got? Highland Assault. Alright, guys, let's see if this does anything then. I don't care about your hoplite and bonus power due to whatchamacallit. We have a Blood Baron. And the Blood Baron knows how to Blood Baron. Baron's now reached 70 HP. Something happens when he reaches 70 HP. Or does it? No, it's 50 HP he needs to reach. Oh, you're staggered. Well, wow, how'd that happen? Alright, guys, well, go none the same. I'm not gonna lie when I kind of say I want the Blood Baron to reach that 70 HP mark. Just to see what happens, you know? But it's not happening today. Oh well, top grade fixer. Very strong top grader. Well, I mean, Doi. He's a potential color. Give me my pinky books. Give me my pinky books. I deserve my pinky books. Oh yeah, here are the pinky books. Glorious. Now, on to the final bit. The last wave. The triple stage of the pinky. Will they be able to handle the two colors? Now, I know I've done this scene before. I can't remember anything about it. So I'm reading through it none the same. You're the last one. Do you want to apologize for your actions? If I apologize, I won't be able to do art anymore. There's no point living like that. I'd rather just die. As you wish. Medical Unit, Director 1. There was a kidnapping incident at our headquarters. What happened? A syndicate under the ring that kidnapped the weak belonging to the Pinky were destroyed, and all 500 members of the syndicate were executed. 40 out of 50 people who were kidnapped were killed, and the remaining 10 was returned to the shelter, but they have all been confirmed dead recently. Then, that means you couldn't keep your promise in the end. Isn't the cause of the Pinky to protect the weak? But if you can't even stop the ring, how are you going to take responsibility for this cause? Military teacher, Purus. Isn't that because those bastards from the ring have been sneaking in? How is this Mr. Gerald's fault? However, the fact that the caretaking teacher, whose duty is to protect the entirety of the Pinky, couldn't even stop the infiltration of the affiliated syndicate of the ring, are you sure that it is not his fault? Yeah, that's right, so shouldn't he be held accountable? Irresponsibility. Well, I heard that some of the Pinky's teachers and students became books in the library. How about leaving this task up to him, then? Sounds great, let's do that. You can do it, right, Commander Gerald? If it's for the weak. Ha! In the end, I was reprimanded again, and the correctional meeting didn't go well. Aren't you angry when you're always being attacked by the directors like that, treating you as they so please? How can I deny them when they were right about it being my fault? If one commits a misdeed, they should be punished. It's not your fault this time. I've heard from the intelligence unit. They said some of the directors seem to have a connection with the ring. This time, it may not have been a whimsical act of the ring finger, but rather the directors prompting the kidnapping to undermine Mr. Gerald. Thorough investigation is needed. Cease. Lower your voice. That attitude of recklessly doubting your allies only leads to pointless anger, so refrain from it. Alright. Rather, could you tell me about the meeting that was scheduled for today? As you said, the meeting didn't go well, so I'll have to handle it as well. Yes. Most of the agendas were handled by the administrative department or myself, but some of the agendas were raised in the meeting due to their high importance. Take a look at these resources. This is the first agenda. One of the firm's affiliated syndicates, a syndicate which acquired excessive protection fees from the weak, had a direct confrontation with an office directly under the Zwei Association. In the name of protection, the syndicate robbed the weak and persecuted those who did not have enough wealth, so we initiated battle in accordance with the regulations, eliminated all members, and destroyed said syndicate and the office. However, the process resulted in the offense of the Thumb's Capo and affiliated syndicate, as well as the Zwei Association Section 2. 300 of our soldiers and 5 PE teachers were killed in the conflict. Their persecutors have all been executed, but how will we respond after attacking the Thumb and the Zwei Association? Our side attacked first, so there is no persecution of the weak. If there are any remaining personnel on the scene, withdraw them, and inform the intelligence unit of this fact. Okay, I'll forward the message. This is the second agenda. 10 graduates who returned to the city after receiving education in the Pinky were persecuted by the son of the Chailball family within the nest and died. Upon receiving a rescue request from a graduate who survived until the end, 1,500 soldiers and 30 PE teachers were immediately dispatched according to the regulation, but all of them were eliminated. So far, we have destroyed a total of 30 fixer officers and 3,000 solvers affiliated with the officers, and we have received apologies from 25 of the fixer office representatives, as well as the parents of the Chable family. However, we have not received an apology from the son of the Chable family, directly involved with the incident, and if there is any further offense, it may result in an all-out war with the Wings. Did he actually persecute them? What's the intelligence unit's opinion? Yes. In fact, we received information that a special building was constructed on the order of the Chailballs, and persecuted the weak in the name of games. It has been confirmed that at least 40 people, including the 10 graduates, were killed in the building. Then 3,000 soldiers, 60 PE teachers, and 10 staff teachers will be deployed. If that is insufficient, I will not mind if a caretaking teacher gets involved. I'm beginning to understand the ranks as we go through this scene. Are you planning an all-out war with the Nest? I will do what is necessary. Alright, the message will be delivered, and lastly, this is the third agenda. The deaths of 1 education teacher and 4 students who went to the library have been confirmed. In response, Mr. Gerald should head to the library as outlined in today's correctional meeting. Soldiers, PE teachers, and staff teachers and caretaking teachers may accompany as long as they do not interfere with other operations of the Pinky. The goal of this operation is to receive an apology from the director of the library, as well as receiving the Book of the Index, the Book of the Thumb, and the Book of the Pinky. Were the teachers and students forcibly taken to the library? No, it was confirmed that the orders were issued by the principal, which the teacher complied to. And the students seem to have voluntarily followed the teacher. Then it is not persecution. They don't have to apologize. Are you really going to go? It's my duty to do so. Okay, we have prepared a list of people we can mobilize in advance, and we have compiled a list of tactics that can be used based on the situation and information in the library brought by the intelligence unit. Since it's a battle with a small number of 5 people on a narrow passage, the tactic of focusing our attacks on a small number of personnel seems to be effective. Of course, hand-to-hand combat is more likely to prevail than tactics due to the small number of members, so why not bring only staff teachers and caretaking teachers with strong physical prowess? No, there are not many caretaking teachers. Taking a dozen of them at once will jeopardize the protection of the headquarters. Combat personnel should be more diverse, including soldiers. Okay, then I will mix several ranks, including soldiers, PE teachers, and staff teachers and caretaking teachers. We will finish all preparations within the hour, so I'll leave the selection of caretaking teachers to Mr. Gerald. Let me ask you a question. Are you going to follow me there? Yes, of course. Then I won't stop you. However, prioritize your own life there. I will try not to be a bother. I place my trust in you. So the army of the Pinky is coming this time. If that's the case, it's definitely going to be hard to deal with. Didn't you say that it's weaker than the other fingers? Don't you think that we have good odds of winning? Yeah, they are weak. Well, to be precise, that refers to their power on an individual basis. In the case of the Thumb and the Index, the strength of each individual member is rather strong, but in the case of the Pinky... Whoa, what happened to the text then? Their soldiers are innumerable, and their abilities are not exceptional, but things change when you consider them as a whole. Instead of relying on individual strength, the Pinky fights using a variety of team tactics with a spear and a shield. Tactics? Wouldn't other syndicates and fingers also use tactics? Well, they do, but the depth of the tactics is different. Tactics used by normal syndicates are usually just striking when there is an opportunity and getting out before the enemy can hit you back. Those are nothing compared to the Pinkies. But they are more systematic and complex than those other syndicates. The text gets smaller, So they are just as hard to deal with as anywhere else, despite the restrictions in the library, because they flexibly change their tactics depending on the number of people, terrain, and the weapons they use. Maybe the most similar group would be the Lu Association that specializes in all-out warfare. Last time, when that teacher came alone, he couldn't utilize much tactics and fell quickly, but he was quite strong and he fought with the students.
In other words, the Pinky is more powerful when it exists as a group, not as an individual. That's interesting. Due to the nature of the library, it is impossible to have too many people fighting at once, but there must be a tactic suitable for the number of people, right?
Yeah, you heard what they said earlier, right? Well, I don't know how to execute those tactics properly. Still, I'll give it a try.
There is a total of 15 people confirmed for entry. 1 commander, 4 caretaking teachers, 2 staff teachers, 4 PE teachers, and 4 soldiers.
Is this the library? As reported, it has a similar atmosphere to the ruins.
Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
Nice to meet you. I am Gerald, the commander of the Knights of the Pinky. I came here to acquire the books listed in the invitation.
Yes, you can obtain the books if you pass through the door behind me and overcome the ordeal. There is no conflict with the information we have. Shall we enter?
We shall follow the rules you set forth. No need for long conversations. We will enter promptly.
Yes. May you find your book in this place.
Straight and to the point. Alright, well, if I remember anything about this first floor is all about target one person. So, let's see how it does. Alright, diagonal formation. Which one are they attacking? Gebura. Okay, how many of them are actually attacks? Oh, there's actually quite a few which are attacks. Okay, well, it's a good thing Gebura has counter dice. Unfortunately, we got very little in the way of proper dice to work with, so diagonal formation. This character will only target one opponent until the opponent is killed. Very well, then. Ironically, if you just ready position now, you'll be able to stagger someone next turn immediately. Gain protection, gain strength and protection equal to the number of living allies. Ow. That's going to hurt. Alright, let's go. Whack. Whack. Good win. Figured. Really? That's unfortunate. Alright then. How'd you get 5 strength compared to him only getting 4? That seems a little off. Most of them are doing the big attack, which is just purging whatchamacallit. Give all protections all allies 1 protection, 1 stagger protection, and a counter dice. Very well then. Blonda, did you have to get absolutely no energy this turn? God damn it. Actually, everyone did terrible on speed this time. Ugh. I don't like the look of this. Alright then, let's see how this ends up going. Protected. Perfect. Gain bonus strength. Ow, that's unfortunate. To be expected. Expected. Unfortunate. Yep. Nice. Hit and staggered. Kill it. Alright, you're now staggered and we're down a person.
Great. Alright then, let's see if Gebura survives. Yes, that's right. Hit the Baron. See how it works out for you. One dead Pinky. Cool. A lot of their protection comes from the Pinky themselves. So... yeah, sure, fear of war. You can take more damage. Okay, Gebura, how many attacks are on you? And how many can we stop? They really like this diagonal formation attack. Granted, I don't blame them for liking it, but still. The second one falls, the rest will quickly crumble. Seriously, man. Well, that was easy. Alright, Blood Baron, we get it. You're powerful. Stop it. Right, this restores health, right? Oh no, you don't get access to the regular cards. That... Gebura just needs to hit things so that she can restore her health. Because she does have lifesteal. Wow, Jesus Christ, people. Can you win some of these clashes? And preferably do some damage with them. I know they got 6 protection, but Jesus Christ, people. It's time to end this. Come on, let's do this. Dead. We're not gonna let a bloody finger defeat us, are we? No! Of course not. Right. Now we're against Pyrrhus, who is established stratagem. At the start of each scene, exhaust all pages in hand and deck of all allies. Add, okay, it's bloody, whatchamacallit. Shimmering for the team. Got it. Deception tactics. Opponent cannot see a portion of information of the combat pages used. This ability is nullified when this character is killed. Interesting. Staff. At the end of each scene, all allies gain protection and stagger protection equal to the number of remaining counter dice, and strength equal to the amount of offensive counter dice. Max 2. Maximum of 2 applied per scene across all allies with this passive. Palinjo. Gain 3 special combat pages that strengthens for the scene they are used. Only one of the Pajero pages can be played per scene. And once a Pajero page is used, it cannot be reused until all 3 have been utilized. Okay, it's one of those sorts of gimmicks. Cool. Deception tactics. Yep. Usual stuff. Wait, are you telling me your staff can stack on each other? That sounds ridiculous. Alright, let's see how this ends up going. Follow the instructions of the staff's teachers. A righteous roar rather than unjust peace. Neither machines nor secrets are required for victory. Huh. Oh, so you're telling me we literally know nothing about the pages that are targeting us. Interesting. So we need to murder the staff teachers, But I don't want to murder the staff teachers, because I want to increase their emotion so I can get pages. Talk about an awkward scenario. Alright, let's go. Wow, how? I'm not surprised you have counter dice. I just want to know how you're getting so many dice. This is stupid. We don't even know what we're fighting to be able to fight it. Well, Baron's below 50 HP now, so... yeah. Right, I have no idea what to expect, but... well, I'm guessing you just were using a bunch of counter dice then, considering your lack of defense against everything I was just doing.
Goodbye.
Okay. One of them is staggered and gone. Cool. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this ends up. As I say, I have kinda no idea what's going on with any of this. Which, to be fair, is expected. Baron, I need you to reset your light, damn it. Alright, let's go, Pinky. We need to kill one of you. And... well, that's certainly how we stagger one of you, at least. And that's how we stagger another. Glorious. One is dead. Okay. They're slowly going down. Just like old times. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get our destruction up on hand. Good. One dead and gone. You're almost down for the count. Correction, you are down for the count. Okay, let's see. You're going to bleed. And then you are also just going to bleed. So might as well just do that because... yeah. Now I understand why Alex capped the Blood Baron's strength at 10. Either way, who have we got now? Gerald and the caretaking teacher. Oh, goody. Is this going to be the same thing as it was last time? At the start of the scene, give the anvil status to 2 allies in the front row and the hammer status to the 2 other allies. If the formation collapses... Oh yes! This is exactly like it used to be. Hospice. At the start of the act, gain 2 hoplite. Okay. Chivalric Order. At the start of the scene, if you have 4 or more protection and or stagger protection, change a random physical stat and or stagger resistance to endured for the scene. Cool. Matra. At the start of each scene, gain protection and stagger protection proportional to the amount of damage and stagger damage taken. Okay. Makes sense. Roads. At the start of each scene, gain 1 strength for every 4 stacks of protection and 1 endurance for every 4 stacks of stagger protection. Okay. Pilgrimage. Combat start. Gain 2 protection, 2 stagger protection, 1 strength, and 1 endurance for this scene and the next scene. The fact it applies to the next scene as well is what makes that so good. Caretaking Order. Spear of the Weak. Gain 2 hoplite. Chivalric Order. Matra, same thing. And I'm guessing you're all identical. Oh wow, they all have the same abilities too. It's just Gerald has this Rhodes ability, is all it is. Fair enough then. Same usual gimmick, we go until the floor is dead. So, Anvil. Cannot be targeted whilst the characters with the Anvil status are present. Yay. And you do nothing but protection. So these guys have nothing but protection. Oh, I love how I start with 15 blood. Nice. Mass attacks can only target the 2 front guys. Great. Well, let's just see how things work on this first run. Boom. 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 Someone's gotta die. Every time they win a clash, they gain more protection. This is the issue. And when they have more protection... Oh, the bastard got staggered! Nice! Well, I wonder which one I'm going to go with. Right. You're doing nothing but protections again. You have a lot of protections this scene, which means we need to hit you with very big numbers, which is going to be the issue. You do have bleed on you, so the people can do bonus damage to you in a sense. Right, they have 8 protection, but hopefully it won't help them. Hopefully. After all, we are still the Blood Baron and friends. That's one gone. Perfect. The problem is, as well, is that they don't bleed. Does do these front people, because they don't attack. They only defend. Alright, let's go. Nice. Nice. You know what? I'm impressed you did it 3 times. Boom. One gone and dead. Now he just got the front two. I feel bad that I'm technically doing this with the overpowered character that is Baron. But in my defense, I have done this before. You know? This is just me reclaiming back what is mine. Alright, go. You may think you've got a lot of defenses, but the reality is you do not. Yeah, makes sense. You're using your big attack on the person which doesn't have any defense. So be it. Screw you. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens. Boom. Boom. Defended. Defended. Boom. Boom. I think you're dead. Not quite. Ooh, good block. Ooh, and a stagger. Ooh. Ooh, it's dead. Ooh, just Gerald left. The anvil should have been stronger. I'm sorry. Mutually assured destruction. Increase incoming damage and stagger damage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. This is it. Massive attack. On use. If other allies' protection and or stagger protection is lower than this character, set their stagger protection to the same as this one has. Okay. On hit, inflict fragile, stagger fragile, next scene equal to half of the protection and stagger protection on self. Intriguing. Well. What is it? 21 to 24. You got that, so it's another one. You got Hoplite, so with those, which gives you an extra 3 power. That gives you 4 power. You're doing that, which will give you, take that up to 7-7. And that, which will be 8-8. It's times 8, right? Yeah, so 6 power, so 7 power. So that is, in fact, 28 to 35. So I don't think you can do anything against that. So let's just have you use this. And maybe it'll go off first. I don't actually know. You're in the same situation. You've got overcharge, so you potentially can. But I'm also a man that enjoys fun, so let's just see how fun it is when we get the return of the Blood Baron. What is it, like... What is that? On clash, lose, destroy the next 3 dice. On hit, inflict 3 bleed to each other next scene. Power affects this dice times 2. On hit, recover HP. This dice is rolled up to 6 times, or until it rolls the minimum value, even when staggered. Well. Okay, that animation is fucking awesome. Boom. Boom. Return of the Blood Red Baron! And the Baron takes no crap from pecking anyone! Especially those that think they can hurt his friends. Oh, I shouldn't... Maybe I should say teammates instead. Boom. Return of the Blood Red Baron. Oh, what fun was that? I understand he's overpowered, but I don't care. That was very fun for me. And we know which mod it comes from, so eventually it won't be overpowered.
From the outside, they look like they're really obsessed with protecting the weak. But when you actually get to know them, they seem to have some other motives and circumstances.
Because not all of those who have gathered after seeing the noble ideal are trying to reach that ideal until the very end. No matter how noble the purpose is, people will change over time. I don't think it's bad to act on something if I don't like the current structure of it.
Just because you act and change the current situation doesn't mean it will always go in the right direction. Those directors seem to have simply acted out of their greed. To promise on something like protection of the weak, if you behave like that in this city, will only result in the eventual destruction of the Syndicate.
So, are you saying that these people are gathered after seeing the ideal, and even if they wanted to follow it through, they had to give their all to it?
There must be a more mild way than how you dealt with your issues at L-Corp. Maybe he made the extreme choice at the end because he didn't have enough mental capacity left. Perhaps you could have made a compromise where you and him could talk to each other openly and try to understand each other.
If I had shared my sentiments and emotions, could I have made a different choice?
Huh? What did you say?
It's nothing. Well, either way, we now have all the lovely Pinky books back from when I originally did it in their full glory. Oh, marvelous. We got the soldiers, we got the PE teachers, we got the staff teachers, we got Pyrrhus, we've got the caretaking teacher, and most importantly, we have Gerald. Let's take a look at all these pages quickly, shall we? Legion, Staff teacher having that very nice staff quirk. That extremely nice staff buff. Pyrrhus, who I'll get a better look at later. We're only allowed one caretaking teacher, interesting. But then again, I suppose they are a bit powerful. Now, where were some of those interesting pages? Lanchester, we're going to enjoy that one. Supplies. On hit, all allies draw one page. I like that. That's a good one. On tea time, on hit, all allies restore one life. Very defensive. What's this ability considering it? On use, dice on this page gain power equal to the amount of times this page was played this act. Max 5. Oh, that's quite a powerful one. Especially as that first dice is rolled twice. Draw pages equal to hoplite stack. Okay. That's a pretty decent page, then. In the right circumstances, at least. Pilgrimage, of course, Lanchester. Ellen Vital. On use, boost the power of all dice on this page by the amount of protection and stagger protection. Okay. On hit, spend all protection. On hit, spend all protection and stagger protection. Huh. So that's I'm turning all my offense into all my defense into offense kind of maneuver. Fun. So you have this Palenjo abilities here. I want to see what those do, please. It definitely leads to the idea that the caretaking page and Gerald are the tanks, just because gain protection equal to damage taken. You're kind of just support. At the end of scene, all allies gain protection and stagger protection equal to the amount of remaining defensive counter dice and strength equal to the amount of offensive counter dice. I could literally just make a pure counter build using these pages. Like, I have nothing but counter dice amongst these people. I'm very tempted to try that now. But first, hey rats! I'd like a look at what these special pages do, please. So what do we have? Sun Moon. On play, give allies 2 protection and stagger protection. Cool, I like it. On play, give all allies 2 counter dice. Block 3 to 7, and pierce 3 to 7. Okay. Give all allies 1 hoplite. I'm sorry, is that permanent? Or is that just this scene? It's probably just this scene. Yeah, it was just the one scene. Kinda interesting how it costs light, though. So it basically leaves this character at a permanent light detriment. Which is gonna make things interesting on how to play them. My favorite thing, though, is still this girl with her, I give counter dice that gain power equal to, whatchamacallit, equal to the protection stacks. Because it really just leads to that being the most overpowered part of this entire Pinky build. And ironically, it doesn't even come from the Pinky. Well, either way, the Pinky are dead, at last, the Cheesehead floor is ready to work, and we're gonna be fighting Reverse Cheesehead next week. Which, considering Gebura was all about teamwork, I suspect that considering normal Cheesehead is kinda all about teamwork, this Cheesehead is going to be the complete opposite. Man, you actually look really cool in purple. Or brown. Orange. Whatever color. At the start of the scene, gain strength and endurance equal to the number of dead allies in this act. My point exactly. But, everyone, I'm afraid that's for next time. For you see, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today? I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.